Hey, are you a guy over 22 who is struggling to put on weight and build muscle even though you're working out? Well, don't worry. Today I'm going to help you out. This is going to be a fire video, so let's hop right into it. We're going to cover the three main problems that guys are facing when they're trying to gain weight with their diet and how to solve those problems. You're definitely going to want to stay to the end, by the way, because I'm going to give you a step-by-step nutrition game plan. I'm going to lay it all out for you that's going to guarantee you gain muscle. All right? So, guys, why on earth would you listen to me? Okay, my name is Anish, and I coach busy guys to go from skinny to built in 12 short weeks. I grew up dealing with the same problem as you. Look at me. I'm a freaking twig. I was struggling with confidence, girls, and earning the respect of other guys. I felt like everyone looked at me like a boy and not a man, and it sucked. It sucked a lot, especially in my high school days. But check this out. I went from 130 pounds to 180 pounds. Come on, look at that. Look at how built I'm looking in those second pictures. Eventually, I was able to learn through trial and error the best ways to eat to build muscle that I've been wanting, the muscle that I've been wanting to. I gained 50 pounds and packed on tons of lean muscle. Now I'm proud of who I see in the mirror, and I want you guys to be as well. So today, I'm going to share with you the three common mistakes that I see and how to fix them to guarantee results for you. So that way, you can look good in your clothes, your muscles can bulge, you can see your bicep vein, and you're no longer a skinny twig who cannot fill out your sleeves. Guys, trust me, I've been there. So let's just stop wasting time and get right into it. Problem one, you get full easily. Guys, I've coached and I've helped a ton of guys. This is the number one thing I see. My metabolism is fast and I get full very quickly. I have a small appetite, right? So what they're dealing with is, like, this could very well be you as well. And I'm sure it is if you're watching this and you've made it this far into the video, all the way to problem number one. You're trying to eat a lot of healthy foods like chicken and rice because that's what you see bodybuilders and health influencers eat. And after one chicken breast, you're stuffed. After one chicken breast, you're stuffed. Let's be real, okay? And you don't feel like eating anymore, so you don't. You think you're eating enough because you get full and then wonder why the number on the scale isn't changing, making you more confused and more frustrated. Right? If you're full, that means you should be eating a lot, right? No, wrong. All that matters is calories. We're going to get into that, so definitely stick around. We're going to get into that. All that matters is calories, guys. Okay, number three, you eat big meals and therefore think that correlates to big gains. When in reality, it doesn't matter how big the meals are if you're only eating 2 a day and there's not enough calories in your meals. Once again, talking about calories. Okay, number four, you have a small appetite, and this is a big one. People tell me it's just so hard to eat a lot because of my appetite. My appetite just does not allow me to eat a lot. I eat a little bit and I'm full. Okay? So stick around to the end. I got some tips for this. And this is going to be a big, big game changer for you guys. Okay? And you hate stuffing food down your throat because it makes you feel sluggish. You don't want to stuff yourself with food all day, especially when you're busy and you're focused on other things like work, school, and family. Last thing you want to do is be spending all day trying to cook food and eat. Problem number two, you don't understand calories. You're winging how much food you eat. Guys, this is super important. You need to know how many calories you're eating. But right now you're just winging it. You have no idea how much food you're eating. You think you're eating a lot because you feel full. That does not correlate to actually eating a lot, guys. It does not correlate at all. Okay? And when you eat, instead of having a plan to guarantee you eat enough, you're just eating whatever is convenient for you. Guys, the only way to gain weight is to eat more calories than you burn. If you're not gaining weight, that means one thing only. It's biology, okay? It's the law of thermodynamics. You're not eating more calories than you're burning. It's that simple. So the problem here is you're not tracking how many calories you're eating. It's like a blind person trying to be a chef, right? If I was a blind person trying to be a chef, I get past the salt. I have no idea how much salt I'm putting in my meal. I'm trying to marinate the thing in the sauce, the chicken in the sauce, and I have no idea. The ingredients are all out of whack. What's going to be the end result? A dish that tastes way out of proportion because I put too much of this and too little of this because I'm guessing, because I'm blind. That's like you, eating calories, but not tracking them, and you think you're eating enough, but in reality, you're not. Okay? So you have no idea how the end result is going to turn out because you're not actually tracking the numbers. And it's impossible to help you or for you to help yourself if you don't know the numbers. The numbers are the most important thing. Okay, so the same is true for you. You need to know how many calories are going into your body on a daily basis, because you're certainly overestimating how many you're eating. Because if you're not gaining weight, think about this, guys. If you eat more calories than you burn, you will gain weight. There's not a single human that's ever lived, ever, since the dawn of human time, that's ate more calories than they burn and not gained weight. So you're not God. You're not some special being that breaks the law of thermodynamics. No, you're just literally not eating enough, guys. Number 3, you eat foods that are healthy foods, which are lower in calories than the foods you should be eating, which leads to food in your stomach but no muscle being built because you're in a calorie deficit. And number 4, you don't have the time to sit down and research nutrition because, of course, you're busy and there's just so much information out there. It's like drinking from a fire hose. So you continue on your path from doing the same things you've been doing, and you're hoping for different results, which just never come. Problem number 3, guys, you need to stop this. You miss meals. After a long day of work, whatever your job may be, after a long day of school, the last thing you want to do when you come home is cook food when you're exhausted, right? So you end up just going to bed without eating. You don't have ingredients laid out for you or a meal already ready and it's in your kitchen, so you don't feel like going to your kitchen, getting out the ingredients, cooking anything, and then you just skip your meal. Number 3, you don't feel hungry, so you don't think about eating and you forget to eat. Especially with busy lives, guys, I understand. It can be easy to forget your meals, especially when you don't have specific meals planned and you're just winging it. And number 4, you live a busy life and you're taking the time to eat every few hours throughout the day is inconvenient. I get it. You have tasks, you have work that you need to do for hours on end, you have people you need to see. Food can be a big inconvenience. But the question is, do you just want to be skinny forever? That's the question. All right, let's go into some solutions, guys. Here's the big picture. You're not eating enough. You're not eating enough calories. I know, it can't be. I know what you're thinking. It can't be. It can't. I'm so full. How am I going to eat more calories? Guys, trust me, that is the only reason you're not gaining weight. But luckily, there are strategies you can implement today, literally today, to get more food down that are going to massively help you. If you don't understand it yet, that's okay. I'm about to break it down for you guys step by step. All right, problem 1, okay? Problem 1, you get full easily. Solution 1, drink shakes, eat high-calorie foods, big meals throughout the day, okay? Here we go. One of the biggest things you need to start doing is drinking more calories. Drinking shakes, guys. I'm not talking about protein shakes. I'm talking about shakes that are loaded with calories. Calories are the key here, not the amount of food, the quantity of food. It's all about the calories. So instead of eating the food, you make it into a shake, all right? You make it into a shake. You take a blender, you put the food inside the blender, and you drink it, okay? It will not fill you up as quick as eating the food and allow you to get more calories in than you're currently consuming. And at the end of this video, on my step-by-step game plan, I'll give you a recipe for one of my favorite shakes. Guys, do you want to know a secret? Okay, do you want to know a secret? I was going to save it to the end, but I'll just go ahead and just drop it on you guys right now. When you're eating food, it takes time for your body and your brain to realize that you're getting full. Do you understand? It takes time for your body and your brain to realize that you're getting full. So what that means is the first 5 to 10 minutes of you eating food, you'll be able to get a ton of food down before you realize, oh shoot, I'm full. There's a delay there from how much food you're actually eating to you feeling full. So here's a big problem a lot of skinny guys are dealing with. You guys eat so slow. Don't worry, I was there. I literally was the slowest eater ever. You eat slow. And what that's going to do is allow your body, you're eating slow, and then your body is like, oh, we're full. And then you stop right there. Okay? Instead, you need to scarf that food down. You need to start scarfing in the first 5 to 10 minutes. That's why shakes are so good, because you can drink it up and you can put it up into a liquid and start downing it and down the whole thing in 5 minutes. And then yeah, you're gonna feel full afterwards if it was a high calorie shake, but at least you got your calories in. So that's all that matters. Okay. Another way to get enough calories in your system without feeling full is to eat the right foods, not the healthy foods. Guys, you don't have to eat chicken and rice all the time. All right. You want to eat foods that are calorie dense. For example, a full Cooked chicken breast has the same amount of calories as 1.5 tablespoons of peanut butter. Imagine 1.5 tablespoons of peanut butter, how little that is, right? And then imagine a full chicken breast. Now ask yourself, how many chicken breasts could you eat before you get full versus the amount of peanut butter you could eat before you get full? You could eat way more peanut butter before getting full. Everyone associates protein with building muscle, but in reality, protein will make you feel full and then not want to eat more. Protein is satiating, guys, so it's going to make you feel full. Calories are more important than protein when it comes to gaining weight. At the end of the video, I'll give you guys different foods to incorporate in your diet that are higher in calories and won't make you feel full, so you can actually start seeing results. Not only that, guys, when you eat protein and protein has to digest, it takes more calories to digest protein. So you're burning more calories, which is not what you want to do. You want to burn less and eat more, so you're in a higher surplus. But we'll talk about calories here in a second. Lastly, having big meals and feeling full do not equal muscle gains if you are still not eating enough calories in a day. Guys, I want you to space out 3 to 4, possibly 5 if you are awake for a long time, you get up early. Big meals every 2 to 3 hours apart, and know how many calories each meal is. This leads me to understanding how calories work, so let's get into it. Guys, this is what I'm about to explain to you is the most important thing that you could possibly learn when it comes to gaining weight, okay? You need to track your calories. You need to track your calories, okay? I'm gonna break this down for you guys super simply, okay? So this is how calories work. Food is energy. If you didn't eat food, if you fasted for days on end, you would feel like you had no energy because the energy comes from food. So the way we measure this energy is through a food's amount of calories. So calories equal energy. So when you don't get enough energy inside of your system, aka enough calories, your body has to dip into the reserves of calories it has, energy reserves of calories, for energy. This means your body will start to burn fat and muscle off too. Guys, you're going to burn muscle if you're not eating enough. Because this is what happens. First, you have fat on you, right? You're skinny fat. And then what happens when you don't eat enough food, the fat gets burned off because your body is trying to use energy because you're not eating enough. Then what happens after that, your body starts to burn the muscle. And then you just never get big. And then you're super skinny, wondering, why the heck am I so skinny? Do I have bad genetics? Am I cursed by the gods? No. Some of the most aesthetically good looking guys, that I've seen, that have the best physiques, they started skinny. Because you don't hold on to a ton of fat, especially when you start building muscle. It's like a cheat code. When you start building muscle, your body is going to be burning a ton of calories, and so you're going to stay shredded while keeping the muscle because of the diet that I'm going to explain to you guys. All right, so number 2, okay, so number 1, a quick recap: your body is burning a ton of fat and muscle because it's dipping into its energy reserves because you're not giving it enough energy. So this is the basis of the problem here. So what you want to do to prevent that from happening is to eat more calories than you are burning per day. Remember that you burn calories even if you don't exercise. Guys, you burn calories just by breathing, by yawning, by sleeping, by blinking, digesting food, thinking. All the natural functions of your body require energy to continue to work. So how do you know how many calories you eat? Stick around to the end of the video for my step-by-step guide to know how many calories you should be eating based on your weight, okay, and the macro breakdown and the protein breakdown, okay? Number 3, you need to track your calories. If you have been trying to gain muscle for a while but not seeing much of a difference and think you should be, you're hitting the gym, you're working out, you're thinking, man, working out is the easy part, but why the heck am I not gaining weight? Guys, you need to track your calories. Because you're overestimating how much you're eating. Because why? You get full, right? And then you think you're eating a lot. And now you're thinking, I should be gaining weight. And then you're not gaining weight. So now you're feeling bad and frustrated and confused because you think you should be gaining weight, but you're not. And it's been happening on months on end. Guys, you're overestimating how much you are eating. Okay? So you need to track your calories. If you've been trying to gain muscle for a while but not seeing much of a difference and think you should be, it's because you're overestimating how much you're eating. The reality is, unless you track your calories to make sure you're eating enough, you're probably not eating enough and you're going to be stuck in the same spot that you're in right now. So what you need to do is download MyFitnessPal. Oh man, MyFitnessPal. is a game changer. Every time while I'm getting ready for fights, every time on my come up when I made this transformation, okay, MyFitnessPal has been game changing. It's an app you download on your phone. You can scan barcodes of foods, and you can just input the calories and stuff like that, which is on the label if you can't find the if it doesn't have a barcode or something like that, or you can just search the food and add it. But basically, this will allow you to see how many calories you're actually eating per day. And it's going to be very easy to gain weight once you know this, just like I did. All right? So you need to track your calories. Solution number 3, guys. You miss meals. Guys, if you're missing meals, this is what we need to do here. We need to start meal prepping so that way you have easy, convenient food options available to you, and you need to stop eating snacks. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, stop eating snacks. I thought I need to get more food in. Guys, if you're missing meals because you're forgetting to eat, because you're not hungry, you need to stop eating snacks. All right, so let's break it down. Now that you know you need to eat the right foods, you need to track the amount of those foods you're eating and the amount of calories, you need to make sure you don't miss meals and you're consistent. Missing meals happens for 2 main reasons. You don't feel like eating because you're exhausted from the daily tasks such as work, school, etc. So you're busy basically. You miss meals because you're busy and you're tired and it's an inconvenience. Or 2, you forget because you don't feel hungry and you just carry on about your day. Okay, if it's an inconvenience for you to eat your meals, you need to make it easier for yourself. There needs to be the less resistance between you and the goal you're trying to achieve. So you need to think, okay, I want to gain muscle, I need to gain weight, I need to eat more food because right now I'm skinny. So what do I need to do? I need to make it as easy as possible for me to get the food in my system. If you have to cook, think about it. If you have to cook, that means you have to get up out of your sofa or out of your bed or you come home from work out of the shower. You have to walk to the kitchen. You have to get out all the ingredients from the fridge. You have to get out the stove, the pan. You have to cut up the ingredients, put in that. Guys, if you don't feel like doing that, you're not going to do it. And that's what's been happening. Okay? So, if it's an inconvenience for you to eat your meals, you need to make it easier for yourself. AKA, you should just be able to walk over to your fridge, heat up the food, and eat it. Remember, and you want to eat quick, so it shouldn't take a lot of time. If you have to cook all your meals throughout the day and are always busy, it's going to be easy to postpone the meals and never eat. Meal prep every Sunday at the start of the week, and take these meals to work. So that way, you have no excuse to not eat. Not every meal has to be meal prep, but you should have them in case you're short on time and need to gain your calories. Another good option is getting fast food or takeaway. Guys, don't be afraid to go eat fast food, junk food, high calorie food, candy, chocolate. Guys, do not be afraid to do that because especially as a skinny person, when I was skinny and I was trying to gain weight, you can't eat super clean all the time because you're going to get full eating the same old clean food like chicken, rice, and broccoli. You need to eat some foods with higher calories, like chocolate, candy, things of that nature. Now, here's where it can get a little bit dicey. You don't want to get fat, right? You want to build muscle. So to gain weight, you need to eat enough calories. To make sure that weight is muscle and not fat, you need to make sure you get enough protein in. So you want to get, and we'll go into this in a second here. If you don't feel hungry throughout the day, stop eating snacks. So snacks are going to fill you up and make it easy to forget meals. Stop you from feeling hungry, and you'll just end up not eating. So focus on getting your 3 to 4 big meals in and add shakes in with your meals and at the end of the day before bed. Okay? So add shakes in with your meals. Another tip, drink whole milk with your meals instead of water. Guys, water is taking up space in your stomach and it's not giving you calories. So if you're drinking a lot of water, stop that. All right? Let's get into a step-by-step game plan now. Okay? I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to break it all down. Okay? If this looks daunting, don't worry. I'll make it very simple. All right? Step-by-step game plan. Number 1, figure out how many calories you need to eat. So just take your body weight, whatever it is, in pounds, and multiply it by 20. That's how many calories you're going to eat. So we're going to take a 130-pound person because that's how much I used to weigh. So that's what we're going to do. 130-pound person, 2,600 calories is how many you're going to eat. Okay? Number 2, figure out the macro split. Macros is protein, carbs, and fats. Okay, protein, carbs, and fats, you need to figure out how many of these you need to eat. The most important is protein. You just want to make sure you get enough protein in. Okay, 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 130 pounds of body weight, times 0.8, 104 grams of protein. Easy peasy, okay? Next, protein is satiating, which means it will make you feel full compared to carbs and fats. Remember, I said that earlier. So we want less protein, but still enough. So 0.8 per pound of body weight. And you want mainly carbs and fats. So now we're going to do multiply the grams of protein, 104 grams of protein, times 4. That's how many calories are going to be dedicated of our 2,600 to protein. Then take that away from the total amount of calories to determine how many calories we're going to use for carbs and fats. So 2184. Multiply that number by 0.65 because we're going to dedicate 65% of what's left to carbs. That's going to be 1420. Divide that by 4. That's 355 grams of carbs we're going to eat for 130 pounds. Then we need to figure out, okay, how many calories do we have for fats? So subtract how many calories we took for carbs from how many we had left after we deducted protein. That's 764 calories for fats. Divide that by 9, not 4, and we get 85 grams of fat. So at the end of the day, we got 2,600 calories, 104 grams of protein, 355 grams of carbs, and 85 grams of fat. Okay, so for 130 pounds, that's how much we're going to be eating. Now you might be thinking, oh my goodness, that sounds crazy. How am I going to know if I'm eating the right amount? MyFitnessPal, guys, remember, track your calories and your weight every day. So download MyFitnessPal on your phone. Okay, as soon as you're done with this video, download MyFitnessPal and input all the foods you eat into here. Track the number of calories and macros you're eating. Here's the key point. The calories are the number one most important thing to hit every day. If your macros are slightly up, slightly up or slightly down, guys, it's not a big deal. Okay, it's not a big deal if you eat more carbs or more fat. It's more important to get the calories in. Calories is what's going to dictate your weight. Especially when you first start and you're skinny, you're going to put on weight very easily as soon as you start eating enough calories. You're going to start to see a lot of results, especially if your training is right. Okay, if you want help with training, you know where to find me, guys. Go check out the description, okay? Which we'll get into. So key point, calories are number one most important thing, okay? If your macros are slightly up or down a few grams, that's okay, but you need to make sure you're hitting your calories every day. Weigh yourself every morning. Guys, I literally did this on my come up. Weigh yourself every morning after using the bathroom. So wake up, use the bathroom, and then don't eat or drink anything. Just go step on the scale. And I would take off my shirt and my sweatpants or my pajamas or whatever the heck I was wearing and just wear underwear. So that way you have an accurate measurement. Because if you're wearing like a big hoodie and sweatpants, that could add pounds that, and then it becomes inaccurate, right? So you want to wear the same thing too. And then number 4, adjust as needed. So you'll start to notice that you're gaining weight. You'll be putting on muscle. Excuse me. As long as your training is proper. If you're not gaining weight gradually on an average basis, so, I mean, your weight will fluctuate, guys, depending on, like I said, what you're wearing, how much food you ate the night before, how much water you drank the night before, stuff like that. So, like, a little bit of weight fluctuation is normal. But over time, gradually, as the weeks and days go on, if you're not gaining weight over the course of time, then we've got a problem. So, over the course of the next 2 weeks, if you're not gaining weight, you can up the calories by 200. It can be carbs, fat, or protein. Doesn't matter. Up the calories, though. You want to have that minimum 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and you want to have the calories, which is 20 times your body weight. If you're not seeing results, go ahead and boost it up another 200. Then track another 2 weeks and adjust again and then adjust again accordingly. Maintain or up another 200 calories. Okay, if you want to gain weight faster. If you want to gain weight faster, you eat more calories. Now, the quicker you gain weight, the more fat you're going to gain with that. All right, so you guys got to realize that. If you want to gain muscle, it's going to take longer, but you're going to gain less fat. So just realize that. That all depends on the amount of calories you eat. So let's get into some example meals, okay? Some ways that you can eat. Guys, check this out. For your breakfast, guys, you can be eating high calorie dense foods. So foods with a lot of fat in them. Okay, a lot of fat. Things like avocado. All right, so for morning breakfast, avocado, egg, sliced ham on a bagel. Put butter on that bagel. Okay, so like butter, oil, things like this. Load that up into your foods because it's just easy calories. Butter and oil have so many calories in them which are fat, by the way. And fat has 2 times as many calories per gram than carbs and protein. So you want to load up on fats wherever you can. Wherever you can. So avocado, eggs, sliced ham on a bagel. Okay? Oatmeal made with whole milk. You don't want any skim milk, none of that. Whole milk. Calories, guys. Calories is the name of the game. I'm going to say calories until it's ingrained into your brain. Oatmeal made with whole milk. Add peanut butter and add protein powder. And then scarf it down quick. Quick. This is what helped me a lot. Okay? You need to eat quick. You can't be a slow eater anymore. Then, early afternoon lunch, 2 to 3 hours later. Fast food, Chipotle, Cava, Chick-fil-A. Honestly, doesn't matter as long as you can track the food. Get the extra sour cream, queso, guac sauce. Guys, you can also eat like a quarter pounder with cheese. Do you understand what I'm saying here? You can also eat a quarter pounder with cheese. You can eat anything as long as you're hitting your macros. Okay, you don't want to go way over, but do what I told you in the game plan and hit those macros under all circumstances, no matter what. So if you're going to Chipotle and you're getting a bowl, load that thing up. Make sure they load it up with rice. Make sure you're getting guac on it. Guac is avocado, which is full of extra calories, okay? And then just go to MyFitnessPal and then type in the ingredients. You add it into your bowl. I mean, you can figure it out. MyFitnessPal is very simple, very easy to use, okay? And also the Chipotle app will tell you how many calories that the bowl is that you're getting, okay, if you order it on the app. Guys, do you see what I'm saying here? Track it, okay? And it doesn't have to be super clean. Late afternoon lunch. So this could be meal prep. Stir fry with 80-20 ground beef, okay? You could also do a more fatty one if needed for the extra calories, like 70-30, 73-27. And what this number right here, 80-20, if you don't know, it's going to be 80% lean meat, 20% fat. So when you go to the store and you buy protein like ground beef has a certain ratio of actual beef to fat. You want the ground beef with more fat because that's more calories. So you don't want to go get the leanest, which means the least amount of fat in your ground beef. You want more, okay? So the stir fry with 80-20 ground beef. You can throw in some rice, some black beans, corn, eggs, cheese, and add a high-calorie sauce like sriracha mayo. Mix it all up, scarf that down. Okay, you can make that on a Sunday. Track how much of each you put into the amount, the total bowl, and then divide that by how many meals you eat throughout the week. Next up, dinner. Chicken sandwich with sliced grilled chicken breast. Okay, cheese. So load up on cheese. Cheese is high in fats, high in calories. Any other desired toppings on thick. I don't think thick is the right. Thickly sliced brioche bread. So, guys, when you take this brioche bread, this is going to be fire. Listen to this. I want you to put it on a pan. I want you to oil up that pan, toast it on the pan, and then load it up with butter as well. Guys, this is a cheat code. And the pan can be toasted in coconut oil and then layered with butter. Yep. And then make that sandwich, destroy that sandwich, and then before you go to bed, a shake in a blender. This is my favorite shake. I used to have this every night before I went to bed. Water, a little bit of water, just a little bit, so that way it can like blend without getting clogged and stuff. So just a tad bit of water, like less than like 1 inch at the bottom of the blender. Then steel cut oats, banana, peanut butter, cocoa powder, chocolate protein powder, chocolate milk, ice blend. Guys, as far as how much of each, it's not a big deal. You get to choose. Just track it. It's not a big deal. Okay? You can put a full banana in there, 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter, 1 spoonful of cocoa powder, 1 scoop of chocolate protein powder, 1.5 cups of chocolate milk, and half a cup of steel cut oats. There you go. All right? And it's going to be absolutely delicious. It tastes good. It's going to fill you up. Kill it quick, though. Don't take a long time to have it because then that's going to make you full. Okay, here's some tips. Guys, eat high-calorie foods, avocado, peanut butter, coconut oils, nuts, fast food. It can be junk food. Guys, don't be afraid to just scarf down some chocolate and some candy. If you hit your protein for the day and you're about to go to bed and you had your shake or whatnot, or you skipped your shake for whatever reason, and you're about to go to bed and you haven't hit your calories, you need to have chocolate in your kitchen, go scarf it down, and then go to sleep so you hit your calories. Guys, the name of the game is you need to get in your calories. You cannot be complacent with the amount of calories you're getting in. All right? Every 2 to 3 hours, pack meals to bring with you when you know you will be busy. Okay, avoid caffeine and nicotine because they both suppress appetite. So if you're smoking cigarettes, you're smoking cigars, you have those nicotine packets or whatnot, avoid those, cut that out, and then caffeine as well. That'll make it harder for you to want to eat, okay, and get the amount of calories you need. Next, guys, like I said earlier, don't be afraid to eat McDonald's, chocolate bars, candy. If you're not hitting your caloric goals, you just need to make sure you also get in your protein, and you'll be totally fine. You'll start to gain weight. Guys, if you start gaining weight and you haven't been, but you've been trying for a long time, but you gain a little bit of fat, that's okay. The fat is super easy to shred off. I made a video on how to shred fat and how to eat to shred fat. I'll link that in the description. But guys, the goal here is you need to put on some muscle first if you've been skinny for a long time. If you're skinny and try to shred the weight off, you're going to get like extra skinny. You don't want to be extra skinny. You need to gain some muscle and then shred the fat. All right? So it's okay. You don't have to always eat clean, guys. So you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Congratulations on making it all the way to the end. I hope I've given you some tips that have helped you out. Since you made it to the end, I'll reward your loyalty and your commitment. I will show you the way with one-on-one coaching. And if you don't get the results you want by the end of our time together, guys, I'll give you free coaching for as long as it takes. If your goal is to put on 10 pounds of muscle and we work together for 3 months, at the end of the 3 months, you don't have your 10 pounds, but you're doing everything I'm telling you, I'm literally going to work with you as long as it takes for you to hit your muscle building goals. Guys, hit the link in the description. It's at the top to schedule a time to talk with me one-on-one. Learn more about how I can directly help you and hold you accountable so you actually start to build muscle and you're not sick and tired of eating food, and I can change your life for the long term for good. Guys, go check out the description right now.